The penthouse door slammed, a gunshot in the quiet Los Angeles night, as Johnny Depp stormed in, boots thudding against hardwood. It was late 2015, months into their marriage, and the air already stank of trouble. Amber Heard stood by the kitchen island, arms crossed, blonde hair wild, her eyes glinting like steel under the dim lights. A half-empty wine bottle sat between them, a silent witness. Johnny tossed his coat on a chair, rings clinking, his voice low but jagged. "You're out of your damn mind if you think I'm taking this tonight." Amber didn't flinch, stepping closer, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "Oh, you're taking it, Johnny. You don't get to waltz in here, stinking of whiskey, and act like I'm the problem." Her finger jabbed the air, inches from his chest. The room shrank, walls pressing in as their words ignited the space. Johnny's jaw tightened, a storm brewing behind his dark shades. He yanked them off, tossing them on the counter with a clatter. "You wanna talk problems? How about you screaming at me all day, huh? I can't breathe around you." She laughed, a bitter, cutting sound, leaning in until their faces nearly touched. "Breathe? You're drowning in your own mess, and I'm the one choking on it. You think I don't see you stumbling in, half gone?" Johnny's hand slammed the counter, the wine bottle rattling. "Don't twist this, Amber, I'm not the one throwing tantrums, breaking shit." His voice rose, cracking the silence, and she fired back, louder, fiercer. "Breaking shit? You smashed a lamp last week, you hypocrite." The fight spiraled fast, a tornado tearing through their fragile truce. Johnny paced, boots stomping, pointing at her. "You pushed me into it, screaming in my face, clawing at me like some wild animal." Amber's eyes flared, her hands balling into fists. "Pushed you? You grabbed me, Johnny, shoved me into the wall. Don't play the victim now." He stopped dead, turning slow, his voice dropping to a growl. "I didn't shove you. You swung at me, and I blocked it. Don't lie. Liars you," she snapped, stepping into his space again, her breath hot. "You think those bruises on my arm came from thin air? You're a coward hiding behind your charm." Johnny's face twisted, fury and disbelief clashing. "Bruises? You're the one who threw the remote at me, hit me square in the chest. I've got the mark to prove it." He yanked his shirt open, a faint red welt glowing under the light. Amber scoffed, crossing her arms tighter. "Oh, please, that's nothing. Try living with your hands on me, Johnny." The argument turned physical, not fists yet, but a shove, a push, a dance of rage. Johnny grabbed her wrist as she reached for the wine bottle, his grip tight. "Don't you dare," he hissed, pulling her arm down. She yanked free, stumbling back, her voice a snarl. "Get off me. You don't control me." He let go, hands up, but his eyes burned. "Control? I'm trying to stop you from turning this into a damn war." She laughed again, cold and mocking. "Too late, Johnny. It's war every time you walk in." Glass shattered, a wine glass she'd snatched and hurled at the wall, shards raining down. Johnny ducked, swearing loud. "What the hell, Amber?" She didn't blink, stepping over the mess, her voice rising to a scream. "You drive me to this. You and your drunken rants, every night's a fight with you." He charged forward, stopping short, his finger in her face. "You wanna talk nights? How about you cornering me, screaming till I'm deaf? I can't take it anymore." Her hand shot up, slapping his away, her voice a whip. "Then leave, Johnny, leave and don't come back." He didn't. Not then. He grabbed his coat, boots pounding as he stormed out, the door slamming again, a second gunshot in the night. Amber stood alone, chest heaving, glass crunching under her feet. Outside, Johnny lit a cigarette, smoke curling in the dark, his hands shaking, not from cold, but from the fire she'd lit in him. The spark from the Rum Diary days, back in 2009, when they'd met, flirted, fallen, was a distant memory, buried under this mess. They'd married fast, loved hard, but now every word was a weapon, every touch a spark to gasoline. Days later, it flared again, different penthouse, same war. Johnny burst in, a bottle of Jack in hand, voice already raised. "You're calling me a liar to your friends now?" Amber spun from the couch, eyes blazing. "Because you are. You twist everything, say I'm crazy when you're the one losing it." He slammed the bottle down, liquid sloshing. "Crazy's you throwing shit at me. Last night, that book hit my head." She smirked, stepping up. "You deserved it, stumbling in, yelling at me like I'm your punching bag." "I never hit you," he roared, fists clenching. You're the one swinging, Amber, always you. She shoved him, hard, her voice a snarl. Liar. You pushed me into the table, my ribs still hurt. He staggered, catching himself, his voice dropping low, dangerous. I didn't push you. You came at me, and I stopped you. Stop rewriting it. She laughed, sharp and wild. Rewriting? You're the king of stories, Johnny. Tell me again how I'm the bad guy. The night blurred, shouts, shoves, a lamp crashing as she lunged, him dodging. Enough, he yelled, grabbing her arms, pinning them. Let go, she screamed, twisting free, her nails raking his wrist. He stumbled back, blood beating, his voice a growl. You're unhinged, Amber. She glared, panting. And you're a drunk who can't face it. The door slammed again, he was gone, leaving her in the wreckage, the fight unresolved, the tension a live wire. By 2016, the cracks were canyons. Amber filed for divorce, dragging their wars to court, bruises shown, accusations flung. Johnny denied it all, pointing back at her fists, her fury. The penthouse fights, glass, screams, shoves, became ammunition, each claiming the other struck first. The world watched, split, as their love turned to ash, the spark now ablaze neither could douse. The Australian penthouse was a war zone by March 2015, a rented slice of luxury turned battlefield. Johnny Depp crashed through the door, boots scuffing the polished floor, a bottle of vodka dangling from his hand. Amber Heard stood by the bar, arms crossed, her face a mask of fury under the flickering lights. The air was thick, sweat, booze, and unspoken threats. It had been weeks of sniping, but tonight was different, heavier. Johnny slammed the bottle down, glass clinking, his voice a growl. You're pushing me too far, Amber, I'm done with your games. She stepped up fast, eyes blazing, her voice a razor. Games? You're the one playing, Johnny, staggering in here, half dead, expecting me to just take it. Her finger jabbed his chest, hard, and he swatted it away, rings flashing. Take it, he snapped, leaning in, breath hot with liquor. You're the one screaming all day, throwing shit, don't act like a saint. Amber's laugh cut the air, sharp and wild. Throwing shit? You trashed the bedroom last night, mirrors in pieces, Johnny. Who's the saint now? The room tilted, their voices clashing like thunder. Johnny paced, boots stomping, pointing at her. You shoved me into that mirror, came at me like a damn banshee. Amber's fists clenched, her voice rising to a snarl. Shoved you? You grabbed my arm, twisted it, till I yelled, don't rewrite this. He stopped, spinning on her, eyes dark behind the haze. I didn't twist nothing, you swung at me, and I blocked you. Stop lying. Her smirk was venomous, stepping closer. Lying? Look at my wrist, Johnny, those marks aren't fairy tales. He glanced, red streaks on her skin, then looked away, jaw tight. That's from you flailing, Amber, don't pin it on me. You threw a glass at my head 10 minutes ago. She laughed again, cold and mocking. A glass? You're lucky it wasn't the bottle, the way you're acting. Johnny's hand slammed the bar, the vodka tipping, spilling. Lucky? You're unhinged, turning this place into a damn war zone. She grabbed the bottle, holding it like a club, her voice a scream. You started the war, Johnny. Every night, every drink, it's you. Glass shattered, he ducked as she swung, the bottle smashing against the wall, shards raining. What the hell? He roared, lunging forward, grabbing her wrist. Let go, she shrieked, twisting free, her nails raking his hand. Blood beaded, and he staggered back, voice a growl. You're gonna kill me one day, Amber. She glared, panting, stepping over the glass. Keep coming at me, and maybe I will. Self-defense, Johnny. He wiped his hand, red streaking his palm, and pointed at her. Self-defense? You're the one attacking, I'm bleeding here. The fight didn't stop, another bottle flew, this one from his hand, crashing near her feet. Stay back, she yelled, dodging, her voice cracking. You're a monster when you're like this. He charged closer, stopping short, his voice low, dangerous. Monster? You're the one swinging, Amber, always you. She shoved him, hard, her hands slamming his chest. Get out before I lose it. He stumbled, catching himself, then grabbed his coat, boots pounding as he stormed to the door. I'm gone, he snarled, slamming it shut, the frame rattling. Hours later, he was back, drunker, angrier, a fresh bottle in hand. The door banged open, and Amber spun from the couch, eyes wild. "You again?" she hissed, standing fast. "Thought I told you to stay gone." Johnny tossed the bottle on the table, liquid sloshing, his voice a roar. "This is my place too, you don't run me out." She laughed, stepping up, her voice a whip. "Your place? You're a guest who's overstayed, look at you, a mess." He pointed, swaying slightly. "Mess? You're the one breaking everything, glass everywhere, my hands cut up." She smirked, crossing her arms. "Cry me a river, Johnny, that cuts nothing. Try my arm, my ribs, you shoved me into the bar." He shook his head, fury boiling. "I didn't shove you, you came at me swinging, and I stopped you. Stop twisting it." Her voice rose, a scream. "Twisting? You're the king of lies, telling everyone I'm crazy when you're the one losing it." He lunged closer, finger in her face. "Crazy's you throwing bottles, hit me again, and we'll see who's crazy." The room erupted, she grabbed a book, hurling it, him ducking as it smashed a lamp. "Enough," he yelled, charging forward, grabbing her shoulders. "Let go," she screamed, twisting, her elbows slamming his ribs. He grunted, releasing her, staggering back. "You're insane," he muttered, rubbing his side. She glared, panting. "And you're a drunk who can't face it, get out." He didn't, stood there, chest heaving, blood on his hand, her marks on his wrist, the penthouse a graveyard of glass. By 2016, the war hit a breaking point. Los Angeles, another night, another fight. Johnny burst in, coat flapping, voice already raised. "You're telling your friends I hit you?" Amber stood from the couch, eyes blazing. "Because you did, last week, my face, Johnny." He slammed the door, boots stomping. "I never hit you, you threw a can at me, dented the wall." She smirked, stepping up. "A can? You grabbed my hair, yanked me down, my scalp burned." He roared, fists clenching. "Lies. You swung first, I stopped you. Stop rewriting it." She shoved him, hard, her voice a snarl. "Rewriting? You're the liar, look at my neck, your hands did that." He staggered, catching himself, pointing back. "Your neck. Look at my chest, your nails, Amber." She laughed, wild and sharp. Poor Johnny, always the victim, never the drunk who starts it. He grabbed a chair, hurling it aside, wood cracking. "Starts it? You're the one screaming, throwing shit, every night." She lunged, shoving him again, her voice a scream. "Because you drive me to it, get out." He didn't, grabbed her wrists, pinning them. "Stop," he yelled, as she twisted free, her nails raking his arm. "Let go," she shrieked, stumbling back. He wiped blood, voice low. "You're gonna regret this, Amber." She glared, panting. "Regrets all you, Johnny." The fight paused, but the war didn't. Days later, she filed for divorce, bruises shown, accusations flying. Johnny denied it, pointing at her fists, her fury. The Australia glass, the LA shoves, each clash a bomb, ticking louder. The Virginia courtroom was a tinderbox by April 2022, the air thick with sweat, ink, and barely contained rage. Johnny Depp strode in, boots scuffing the floor, black coat flapping, his face a mask of resolve behind dark shades. Amber Heard sat across the room, legs crossed, blonde hair pulled tight, her eyes glinting like knives. The defamation trial, Johnny suing over her 2018 Washington Post op-ed calling herself a survivor, had dragged their penthouse wars into public, and now it was a cage match. Cameras rolled, jurors stared, and the gallery buzzed as Johnny took the stand, voice low but cutting. "She's lying, always has. I never hit her, never would." Amber's laugh sliced through, sharp and cold, her voice echoing from the defense table. "Never? Tell that to my face, Johnny, those bruises weren't magic." He yanked off his shades, slamming them down, eyes burning into hers. "Bruises? You threw a bottle at me in Australia, cut my damn finger off. Who's lying now?" She smirked, leaning forward, her voice a whip. "You did that yourself, drunk and raging. I didn't touch you." The judge banged the gavel, a hollow crack, barking, "Order." But the room was already slipping, a volcano ready to blow. Lawyers lunged in, Johnny's team waving audio, Amber's flashing photos, but the fight was theirs. An audio tape rolled, Amber's voice crackling. "I hit you, yeah, but not punches. Stop whining, Johnny." Gasps rippled through, and he glared, pointing at her. Whining? You swung at me, every night, fists, nails, bottles. She stood, voice rising, self-defense, you coward, you shoved me into walls, grabbed my throat. He laughed, bitter and loud, leaning into the mic, throat? You're the one clawing me, look at my arms, Amber. The judge slammed again, sit down, Ms. Heard. But she didn't, eyes locked on him, a storm breaking. Photos hit the screen, her cheek swollen, her arm marked, her lawyer barking, proof of his violence. Johnny's voice roared over it, proof? She staged that, I've got scars from her tantrums. Another tape played, him pleading, stop hitting me, Amber, her laughing, you're such a baby. The gallery erupted, fans shouting, justice for Johnny. Others yelling, liar. His lawyer shoved forward a pic, his finger, mangled, blood-streaked. Australia, 2015, her bottle, he said, voice steady. Amber's voice cut back, he smashed it himself, I dodged his mess. The stand became a battlefield. Johnny sat, rings glinting, recounting a 2016 LA fight. She threw a can, hit the wall, nearly my head, he said, slow, deliberate. I walked away, and she followed, screaming. Amber jumped up, voice a snarl. Walked away. You yanked my hair, slammed me down, my scalp burned for days. He shook his head, pointing. Lies. You shoved me into a door, Amber, my nose bled. She laughed, wild and sharp. Your nose? You're exaggerating. I pushed, you fell, end of story. The judge banged, enough. But the air crackled, jurors scribbling, tension coiling tight. A witness took the stand, a bodyguard, broad and gruff. Saw her shove him, 2015, Johnny hid in a bathroom, he said, voice flat. Amber's lawyer fired back, and him grabbing her? The man shrugged. Never saw it. Her voice cut in, he's lying, Johnny paid him. Johnny roared, paid? You're the one spinning tales, every bruise a setup. Another witness, her friend, swore, he loomed over her, 2016, she cowered. Johnny's laugh was ice. Coward? She clawed my face, look at the pics. The judge's gavel cracked, wood groaning, order, now. The fight spilled past evidence, raw, personal, a scream across the room. Amber took the stand, voice steady but venomous. He'd rage, drunk, then cry, left me bruised, scared. A photo flashed, her neck red, marked. Johnny stood, voice booming, that's from you fighting me. I never touched your neck. She smirked, leaning in. Keep telling yourself that, Johnny, your hands don't lie. He pointed, shaking. My hands? Yours through a remote, hit my chest, Amber. Audio rolled, him groaning, you scratched me again, her snapping, grow up. The gallery buzzed, split, shouts clashing, a juror flinching. Closing arguments came, Johnny's lawyer bellowing, she's the abuser, ruined him with lies. Amber's snarling, he's the monster, hid behind charm. The verdict hit, messy, Johnny won most, Amber a piece, both bloodied. The courtroom doors burst open, reporters swarming, mics jabbing, Johnny, you free? Amber, you done? He lit a cigarette, smoke curling, fans chanting his name. She strode out, head high, her side roaring back. But it wasn't over. Hours later, a dive bar, dim and sticky, Johnny slumped at a table, whiskey in hand, roses from a fan pinned to his coat. The door creaked, and Amber walked in, no lawyers, no cameras, just her, trench coat on, eyes locked on him. He froze, glass halfway to his lips, voice low. What the hell you doing here? She stepped up, voice ablade. Finishing this, Johnny, you don't get to walk away clean. He laughed, setting the glass down, hard. Clean? You dragged me through hell, still lying? She leaned in, hands on the table, her voice a hiss. Hell? You put me there, every shove, every scream. He stood, chair scraping, pointing. Scream? You threw bottles, clawed me, I've got scars, Amber. She smirked, stepping closer. Scars? Try bruises, try fear, you're a coward who can't own it. His fist clenched, voice dropping. Own it? You hit me, tapes don't lie. She laughed, sharp. Tapes? You begged me to stop because you couldn't take it. The bar hushed, patrons staring, a bartender pausing mid-pour. Johnny's voice rose, a growl. Take it? You cut my finger, blood everywhere. She shoved the table, glass tipping. You did that, drunk and wild. I saved myself. He grabbed her wrist, stopping her, his voice low, dangerous. Saved? You started every damn fight, admit it. She yanked free, eyes blazing. Admit? You're the spark, Johnny, always were. They stood, inches apart, chests heaving, the war from penthouses, from court, now here, raw and unscripted. Get out, he muttered, turning away. You first, she snapped, stepping back. Neither moved, the air electric, a standoff with no end. She spun, coat swishing, and left, door slamming, a final gunshot. Johnny downed the whiskey, roses wilting, the fight echoing in his ears. Outside, the world burned, X ablaze, tabloids screaming, Depp wins, Heard fights on. Fans clashed, his waved roses, hers cursed his name. The courtroom was done, but the inferno wasn't. Two voices, two truths, a war that'd never die. Rain streaked the LA streets as Johnny Depp leaned against a brick wall outside the bar, cigarette glowing, the 4 roses on his coat drooping wet. The trial was over, the verdict jagged, but the fight clung like smoke. Footsteps splashed, Amber Heard emerged from the shadows, trench coat soaked, hair plastered to her face, eyes still burning. He froze, exhaling slow, voice a growl. Back for more, Amber? She stopped, fists clenched, her voice cutting through the downpour. You don't get to end it like that, Johnny, walking away like you won. He flicked ash, stepping forward, rain dripping off his coat. Won? You're still swinging. Court's done, let it go. She laughed, sharp and bitter, closing the gap. Let it go? You smeared me, called me a liar when you're the one who hit. He pointed, voice rising, hit? You threw bottles, scratched me, my finger's proof. She smirked, rain streaking her face. Your finger? Self-inflicted, you drunk mess, I didn't do that. Lightning flashed, their voices clashing louder than thunder. Mess, he snarled, grabbing a rose, crushing it. You started every damn fight, admit it. She shoved him, hard, her voice a scream. You're the spark, every shove, every yell. He stumbled, catching himself, tossing the rose at her feet. Yell? You clawed my soul out, still lying. She kicked it back, eyes wild. Soul? You choked mine, own it, Johnny. The air snapped, rain, rage, a standoff teetering. He stepped closer, voice low, I'm done owning your chaos. She glared, panting, then turned, vanishing into the storm. He stood, cigarette out, the war alive, unquenched.